What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? The meat pack in the building. Salami squad. Your boy Mike Rogers. Your boy Mike Richman.
Sup?
Sup? We got a little story coming out of the NFL. You see the jersey on that man right now, Mr. Carson Wentz, Philly quarterback, came out with a statement yesterday saying that if he is going to be relegated to the backup role behind Jalen Hurts, he wants out of Philly.
Yeah.
My initial reaction to that is just knowing how hardcore Philly fan base is and stalking Philly's Twitter. For the most part, the reactions I got from that was "See you then, bud." Like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Well, I mean, if you're not winning in Philly, we'll see you later, bud. My initial reaction is I like to think of myself as a kind of a level-headed fan, especially in a fucking insane fan base. But my initial reaction was, you're kind of a puss for saying that, dude. I really don't like that. I mean, he's obviously having a stinker of a year. He's had fucking 10, 11, 12 games to try and figure his shit out. They constantly kept giving him another chance. And then Jalen Hurts gets in there. He's been seeing one snap in all those games and some wildcat shit. Comes in and is playing lights out, brother. They lost that game against Arizona there, but Jalen Hurts with the stat sheet was insane.
I think they look better.
Yeah, literally the whole team is rallying around Jalen Hurts. Like, it seems like people want to succeed now. They want to do better. I mean, my boy right here, Alshon Jeffrey, dude, I've been shitting on him a lot this season, and he's deserved it. But he had his career high game this season with 2 receptions, but 63 yards.
Whew.
So, I mean, literally even Alshon, who does not run after the ball, like, he's not a yak type player. He's a jump ball type player. He caught that ball from Jalen. He took off down the field. Dude, I was screaming at my TV. I was hyped.
A little 20-yard rack.
That's what I'm saying. Even the offensive line, I mean, Jalen Hurts still got sacked, I think, like 4 or 5 times in this game. But the week before, they gave up no sacks against the Saints. And that's insane. Like, it seems like the team wants him and they want to do better. And today, actually, DMP just announced that Jalen Hurts is going to start for next week. I think it's Cowboys. I think the Eagles got Cowboys. Yep. So, I mean, I think it's a good move overall. The issue here is obviously Carson Wentz's contract. If they end up getting rid of him in some trade, it's going to be about 59, 60 million in dead cap space. And the Eagles have some missing pieces. Like, we need to pick up a couple young O-lines, a couple people again in the secondary with Darius Slay being hurt. You know, we could use a couple more people out there. So, I mean, I just don't see how they're going to get rid of Carson Wentz. I think this offseason, the free agency for NFL quarterbacks is high demand. There's probably 6, 7 teams that could use a quarterback at this point. So, I mean, I think it's going to take another team really going out of their way and saying, we have a lot of faith in Carson Wentz and we want him to get rid of him. But otherwise, dude, like, just sit on the bench and collect your fucking cash, dude. Like, what are you complaining for?
Listen, like, and here's my thing with the thing. Carson Wentz has obviously had a very bad year, and I know you've said before, like, that just happens sometimes, and it does.
I'm not all the way out on him. I don't think he's a bad player. It's okay.
No. I'm not saying he is a bad player. I'm never probably going to say he is a bad player. He has proved he is a very, very good quarterback, and that's not what I'm saying. My problem, I just think it is over in Philly. I do not think Carson Wentz is a bad quarterback. I think he will figure it out. I just don't think it's going to be in the Eagles.
It's realistic to say we won't see another snap from him in Philly. He might get a wildcat play. Dougie P probably will toss him in for a couple of those. But if he's just going to sit there and pout in the media, you know, you're not going to live in Philly if you're going to act like that.
No, and the way that Jalen Hurts the past 2 days, the way his aura has been, that dude, I think, reps Philly, bro. He's got that vibe to him, bro. That grit and that grind. Like, he's out here fucking.
You know dude, what I'm saying? Just cut, dude.
Some Jalen Rose, dude, out here. Got that Jalen Rose shape up.
But I mean, I just really like Jalen Hurts, and he fits that Mike Vick style of play that the Eagles had, you know, a couple of years ago, Miracle in the Meadowlands era. Rep.
Well, see, my only problem, dude, with this Carson Wentz thing is the fact that he just had to make it public. He could have. This could have been a known fact. And listen, I've been saying for a year or two now that I've never thought something just fell off with Carson Wentz and the whole Philly situation. Like you said, we were talking the other night. You said that players came out and kind of defended him. At the same point, that is kind of what they're supposed to do. They're not just going to shit on the man completely. But like I said, I don't think he should have took this publicly. You could have sat out the rest of the games. You and Dougie P could have sat down, had a conversation. You could have went to the GM and said, hey, listen, if this is what you guys want to do going forward, I just want out of here. Like I said, if it gets to a point where they just have to completely cut it, like I said, you're talking $60 million in cap space, and Philly is already in a horrible cap situation, especially this COVID year with it already going to be lowered. Like I said, like you said, I think there's 5-6 teams out there that would take Carson probably in a heartbeat. I think there is hope left for Carson Wentz for sure, 100%, just not in a Philly uniform. I think too many bridges have been burned. I don't think he should have said that publicly. And like I said,
that's another thing too, is like, I don't know if he legitimately came out and said it publicly or if it was some sort of leak. I don't know where the information came from.
It was his agent.
Regardless. Okay. So yeah, that's an issue. That I agree with you. That should have been hush hush.
That should have been hush hush. And like, you guys could have just done business behind the scenes. And because the way you approached it now, like I said, I think you've lost Philly now. You know, coming out and saying that, dude, your fans, especially after seeing the hype and the intensity the whole team has played those last 2 games.
Yeah.
Obviously, they won 2 weeks ago against the Saints that looked super impressive. But I think last night or yesterday, that was the best that team has looked all year.
Yeah, I mean, they lost the game, but it was a hell of a game. Yeah,
hell of a football game. And Jalen Hurts just had that energy. And, you know, maybe right now it's because we don't have a lot of expectation on Jalen Hurts, so anything relatively positive, we're going to praise him for sure. And
well, that was more than a relatively positive game, dude.
No, he was
4 touchdowns, rushing touchdown, over 300 passing yards. Like, dude was balling out.
And so, you know, you just got to do what you got to do with Carson Wentz. I think if you bite the bullet, you have to. You just don't want a sticky situation. I think you should just fully move on. Like I said, if you do have to eat that dead cap, I think you then look to just kind of blow it up. You know Jalen Hurts is going to be your guy. You want him around. Take another year to just be a bad football team and get shit straight where you need to, whether it's in the GM, whether it's coaching, whether it's the players. I think the Eagles need to just sit back and be like, all right, we kind of need to start from scratch here a little bit. I still think we're riding that playoff high a little bit. And just the situation with Carson, man, they bought into him a year and a half ago or whatever, paid him that money, and now it's just kind of come to this. So it's like, what do you do? Like I said, I know majority of the Philly fans, especially people that live in Philly, after seeing something like that, just aren't going to fuck with the boy anymore. And it's just an unfortunate situation. And, you know, it's a situation too where it's like Jalen Hurts didn't necessarily ask to be in this situation. They drafted him, so it's like he's just going to do what he does. He's got no.
But like also with him coming out and playing the way he did against the Saints and now the Cardinals, I don't know how he doesn't feel like that isn't his job.
No,
like how would they in any way and shape say now you're going to sit on the bench? Like, it would not make sense. Like, it's his team at this point.
It is, and it really felt like that. Just his energy, the sideline, the players. It felt like, all right, this is Jalen Hurts' team right now, and I don't know how Carson Wentz gets that back. I feel like it's been rocky for a couple of years now, and I feel like that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. So I don't know if I'm Philly fans, I'd be hyped to see the boy Hurts out there and do something. I know, like I said, you guys love Carson, as you should. He's done a lot for that franchise, got you guys to a Super Bowl. So you do owe him some credit. And like I said, I don't think he's done. I don't think he's a bum.
I don't think he's walked it out.
It's just Philadelphia uniform is not going to happen, and they got to figure it out. Indianapolis Colts take him tomorrow. I'm telling you, I think top 3 teams to put money down.
To go to. We got Bears, Colts, Patriots. You know, I think it's going to be one of those 3. But there are more teams that need a QB. So,
like I said, you got the Saints. Drew Brees is going to retire. See what happens with Pittsburgh. Like
there's
I said,
no way the Saints aren't sold on Taysom for sure. I think
Taysom or Jameis. That's true.
I think Pittsburgh's going to draft for sure. But, I mean, with all this being said, though, with the way the NFC has gone in this 2020 season, they're not out of it, boy. They can still win it. 2 games left. I mean, they could potentially still be in the playoffs here.
And that's the thing. I think you need to ride Jalen Hurts' momentum. You got to live with just you're going to play Jalen Hurts the next 2 games. And if you guys do sneak in, awesome. If you don't, just take that positive and, like I said, try to turn it into something good next year, or just be all out bad and just hope for the next 5 years down the road. So I don't know. With that being said, I'm excited to watch these last 2 games. Jalen Hurts at the helm. That boy was out there just running around on him, dude. That Kyler Murray Jalen Hurts matchup was dope. But with that being said, Salami Squam, get the fuck out of here.
Bye.